Well, hello, everybody, and happy Thursday. It's Thursday, May 28th, 2026 at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. This is Lisa Freeman coming to you live from stampingwithlisa.com. And I am so happy that you guys are here to join me today. I don't know why that always flickers. Does it flicker when you guys see the beginning of the video? It always flickers for like a second and then it's okay. I don't know. That's really weird. But anyway, so the moment you've been waiting for is finally here. We're finally going to do the cards from this kit, but we're doing half tonight and half Saturday morning. So I made 8 cards with this kit. I probably could have made at least a ton more, but I stopped at 8 because I figured that's how many we could make in class. So I had class on Tuesday, class today, and it took both classes about 2.5 hours to do all 8 cards. So I'm thinking it's going to take us about an hour to do 4, although I think I picked 4 of the easiest ones tonight. But what I did was I split them into 2 groups. So I'm going to do all the purple ones tonight. And then on Saturday, I'm going to do the ones that are mostly blue and green. So I don't have to keep going back and forth between colors. So the only ink pads you need for today are Petunia Pop or Berry Burst, either one. I used Petunia Pop just because it's a little bit lighter. I know it's retired, but it's my favorite color, and it goes really well with all of this. But you could pick the Berry Burst too. So either one of those goes really well. The inside is going to look like this on all of these cards. So I stamped all the insides the same. So I used the rectangle punch. If you don't have this rectangle punch, it's this one right here. It's brand new and it's called rounded rectangle. If you don't have that one, I use this one for most of them. If you don't have this one, use like the hexagon punch, or you could use the oval punch, or you could just cut it into a rectangle. It doesn't matter. But I did this one for most of the punches. Um, so all you need is that ink pad. And also I used Mossy Meadow. So there's one card that uses Mossy Meadow and a little leaf stamp. So the only stamps I used were this one, the Scalloped Blooms for the words, and the inside of my cards I stamped with Gallery Blooms. And I know that's retired. This is retired too, but um, it wasn't retired when I planned the class. So it just sold out last week, I think. And I'm hoping most of you guys who wanted it got it because I told you, make sure you get this if you want to do this with me. So what I did for the people that came to class is I took the kits, pulled out all the sheets that I needed to cut up, and it came with so much stuff. You guys know if you already got it that it comes with so much stuff. So I took out some of the designer paper and the two-sided paper. You're going to need all 3 of these sheets for the cards today. These are stuck together. So you've got 2 die cut sheets and a sticker sheet. So we're going to be using that. I used a sheet of this to cut up for tonight's cards. And then I also used, let me see, not the blue. We're going to be using that on the next time. I did use the two-toned, there's only one sheet in it, I think. Yeah, the two-toned berry burst. So I took that out already. And then also cut this piece right here out of this. And we're going to be using part of that. So that's the only thing I used from this sheet. I didn't use these right here, although you certainly could, but I really couldn't think of anything to do it with unless you cut sections out and kind of put the flower over top of that circle. But I used all the white, and I used a sheet of this, a sheet of the Mossy Meadow, a sheet of the Pretty Peacock designer paper, and the two-toned, the Mossy Meadow designer paper and two-tone. I used a lot of this paper for the cards we'll do Saturday. And then the back of this I used on the cards we'll do Saturday. I didn't use this color. I don't even know what color that is. I guess it's gray, basic gray. But you get 2 sheets of each of these, and I use those. And you definitely need the white. I did white for all of the card bases. You could actually use these for some card pieces if you want to. It's just like photo, um, like places to put, they're placeholders for your photos, but I didn't use them. And then I had, oops, I had this left over that I just bent, but we didn't use that. All right, so I'm just gonna stick this back in here. And I'm gonna give you all the measurements as we go. And I see some of you guys have your kits with you and you're gonna try and follow along, which is great. So there's not really a whole lot of cutting. So it shouldn't be too hard to follow along. But if you are cutting as we go, I'll go slow. But this is a great set. This is a brand new one that's in the new catalog. And I think it goes, it's a part of a suite with, um, I can't even remember the name of it. Let me look. Let me look. I know it's in here somewhere. I think it's, I should have marked it. I know where a bunch of stuff is, but not this one. Here it is. Bloom Boutique. Okay. Oh, it doesn't. Oh, here it is. Okay. So it goes with Bloom Boutique. So you get this stamp set, Boutique Blossoms, and the die cuts. And then here's the words, Scalloped Blooms and the die cuts. So it's a nice suite. And then it's got the designer paper. You get these little boxes. And what else? Oh, the butterflies. So it's a nice suite. $135, but you get two stamp sets, two dies, paper, butterflies, and boxes. So it's a lot of stuff in there. So there you go. So you need that. All right. And before we get started, oh, I got to say hello real quick to everybody. Hold on. Let me scroll back up here to the beginning. Oh, there we go. Hey, Trina. Hot North Dakota. It's really nice. Today was really nice. It was like 80 degrees and beautiful. And tomorrow's supposed to be beautiful too. Hey Hilda, hey Tony, hey Judy, hey Jalen, hey Charm, hey Wendy. You're gonna make it with us. That's good. Um, hey Carrie, thank you for putting your name there today. I am so glad you did that. Hey Cindy. Hey Kay. Oh, you're gonna make it too. Good, good. Hey Myra. Hey Heather. Hey Tony. Hey Cindy. Hey Christine. Hey Lisa. Hey Heather. Oh, did you buy it, Heather? The scrapbook kit? If you bought it, you can go get it. Oh, I saw Jalen. Yes, these flowers do look like the distinctive rubber stamps, and I really am upset that they don't have those anymore because I would think they would be able to make them out of the photopolymer ones, but I guess not. But those were my favorite stamps in the whole catalog, were those distinctive ones. So, hey Diana, hey Joan, hey Lisa. I think I already said hey Lisa. Hey Julie. All right, I'm gonna stop there. Okay, so hello everybody else. Hey Rita. All right, hey Jody. So we're gonna start with this one. So here's what you need for the first one. So we're gonna go one at a time. Every single card needs this. So I just cut 8 of these ahead of time. So just half sheets of white cardstock. So that's the base for all of them. And then this one, we're using the Berry Burst two-sided. We're gonna be using the lighter of the two. It could be, I don't know if it is berry. I think it's berry burst. I didn't even look because the back is so dark. It could be blackberry bliss because this side is kind of berry burst and this side is like blackberry. But we're going to be using that two-sided. And then this is that piece that I cut out from the middle of that one sheet. And this is going to be, uh-oh, did I not put a sticker? I know I put a sticker on here. Hold on. Oh, there it is. I just put Lovely Florals designer paper, 5 by 3 3/4. So there's that. And then Mossy Meadow. This is the Mossy Meadow. And I love the lighter side of this because it reminds me of Mellow Moss. You guys remember Mellow Moss? We don't have any kind of green that's this color right now. That real soft, like mossy green. We just have the dark one. And then you need 2 punches, a white, and then one of this out of the Berry Burst. For the front, you need a little bow. And we're going to use the sticker. Let me get the sticker ready. We're using, let me see, this sticker right here. So this is on the page. So only one sheet of stickers. And it's the one that says big smiles and let's make the most of today. So we're going to be using this sticker right here. That's next to the orange moon shape right there. So I don't have where to put it. So I'm going to stick it on my shirt for right now. So I did that in class, and one of the girls was like, "Why do you have that on your shirt?" I said, "Because if I stick it down, it's gonna get stuck to something, and then I'll lose it." And so then she took it off and put it on her shirt. So then a few minutes later, she goes, "I can't find my sticker," and it was stuck to her boob. I was laughing. All right, so if you're cutting along with us, hopefully you're almost ready. How goes the heel? Oh, Lisa says, I still have Mellow Moss cardstock. That was one of my favorite colors. I love like a really soft green. Yep, if you're watching this later on the replay, you can always just stop and start and cut while we go. But just write it down real quick and then cut. But there's not really that many pieces for each one. All right, so this is really easy. All we're going to do is just glue these three together first. Well, actually, let's rip this. So I took this one and ripped just a little bit, pull it towards you. This is the secret of ripping, is to keep your thumb wherever you're ripping. Just keep your thumb there and just move your thumb down as you go. So this piece right here is going to get glued right there. So that is step one. Hopefully I got enough glue for this. And we're not going to put it over to the edge. We're going to put it a little bit away from the edge. And then mine is just a sliver over on the bottom. So I'm just going to trim that. Just a sliver. And then we're going to put that on top of our berry burst. This was definitely the easiest card. This was the very first one I made. And then as I kept going, they kept getting harder and harder. And it was so funny because I didn't even realize, that's what was happening. But as I did the classes, I realized we were taking about 15 minutes per card till we got to the last like three or four. And then it was like they were taking 30 minutes because I'm doing a lot of surgery to the flowers on here. All right, so there's your paper. Now we're going to do some stamping. So like I said, we're using Petunia Pop. So I'm going to stamp my happy birthday and on our little rectangle here. And it fits just perfectly. I love this color. I'm so upset that it's retired. I hope they bring it back. And then on the inside, we're going to stamp our flower from Gallery Blooms. So open that wide open, and then we're going to take this one and just ink it up. Ink it up one time, and then we're going to stamp it twice. If you got enough ink for 3 times, you could go a third time, but mine didn't really show up for a third time. So that's that. All right, so there's our inside. Oh, I forgot I got a card in the mail. So this is from Joyce DuPont. She sent me a cute little card. Isn't that adorable? And I love it. I love this exposed brick, and I think that is retiring too. That just stinks when all my favorite stuff retires. Okay, so now we're going to stick our sticker down. So you could put this on dimensionals. I didn't put the sticker on dimensional, but I just put it like right there. And then these two I offset. If you wanted to, you could cut it in half and pull it apart. I didn't do that. I just kind of offset it. So a little bit is showing on the top and on the left side. And then I did put this one on with dimensionals. So I'm trying to get ready for my trip. So I leave at 4:30 in the morning on Sunday, and we're flying to Seattle and then getting on the boat on Monday. And I have my list of stuff to do, but I still have to go see my mother tomorrow and take her a whole bunch of stuff for 2 weeks without, well, a week and a half without me. And she's like, make sure you bring me enough toilet paper and enough pads and everything and tissues. And I said, I will. It's okay. She's all worried. Enough snacks. I said, have 2 bags of snacks. Each one is for a week. So you should have plenty. She's so funny. All right, we're just going to put that there and a little bow with the linen thread, and then just trim that just a little bit. And then I've got some gems. So I've got the purple gems, which are on the retiring list. I'm not sure if they're still available, but hopefully they are. Um, my take your pick tool. So I put one big one and two small ones of this berry color right here. So we're just gonna put one there, and one over here. And then if you want to give it a little squirt of shimmer, there you go. All right, so there's card number one. That's the easiest card we're making today. The other ones. Oh, thank you, Heather, for saying that. That's so sweet. But I gotta go see my mother. Then I have to come home, mow the grass because I was putting it off. It needed mowing like 3 days ago, but I wanted to wait till like the last minute. And I was gonna do it Saturday, but I'm like, Saturday, I just wanna just pack and not have to worry about anything else. So, and then I got Saturday morning video. So I still got a lot of stuff to get done, but I got exciting news. So I've been checking the weather every single day, pretty much for Alaska. Not every day, but most every day. And I'm gonna leave these here for out. Oh, and I forgot to show you this too. This is the card kit. So if any of you guys want to order, I decided I'm not going to do a new card kit till after I get back. So this is going to stay. I know some of you guys have already ordered this month, but hopefully that's okay because I don't have time to do another one before I go. But this is the card kit. So you'll get a set of stuff to make those if you order $100 or more. All right, here's the next card. Uh-oh, and I forgot. I just threw away the I'll just write another one. I forgot I was gonna reuse the white one, so I didn't have to make 4 of the same one. So this one is the white, and then we have a 4 by 4 of this is the Blackberry Bliss with the leaves on it. And this is that Berry Burst two-toned, or I don't it might be Blackberry Bliss. I don't really know because one side looks like one color, and one side looks like the other color. We have a 1 rectangle punch, and then this is not stickers, this is die cut. So let's see, for this one, we need this one right here. So you're getting the one that's on the Gather Memories page, and it's the top one right here. And the thing I like about this, for some reason, the purple flowers are cut with no white edge, which I love. I wish they had done all of them like that. So all the purple flowers have no white edge on them, but all of the pink and orangey flowers, they do have this white edge around it. So I trimmed all of those when we get to those on the next video. we'll be trimming some of those. So this is the one we're using, and I am going to do a little bit of surgery because it doesn't quite fit. So we're going to be cutting these two leaves off and putting them up here. Okay. So we're going to do surgery on that one. Yes, Jalen, that this kit sold out last week because I just was checking the other day and they had sold out, but they had them for a long time because they went on the last chance list the beginning of April, I think. So they were on there April and half of May. And I kept telling y'all to get it. So hopefully you did. All right, we're going to reuse that on the next card. We don't need that. All right, so this one is easy again. So all you're going to do, you have your base. We're going to take this and we're going to rip it again, even though you really can't hardly see it. You don't have to rip it if you don't want to, but I like ripping. So we're just going to rip that. We're going to put this one down here. This one's going to overlap right there, like so. So we're going to glue that down. This back is pretty too. And some of this designer paper is not in the regular pack of designer paper that goes with this, the floral charm. Some of it is and some of it isn't. So I hope you guys got this kit if you wanted it because it is so pretty. Okay, so there's the first thing. And then the second thing is just stick this down on top of that. And it's just, oh no, it's perfect. Okay, I was thinking it was too big, but it's not. It's perfect. Okay, and then we're going to stamp this. So again, we're going to be using the same stamps and Petunia Pop. They all stick to each other. Get my scrap paper here. Oops, I don't need the scrap paper for that. I was like, wait a minute, I've already stamped it. I tell you, I was having like, oh, the gems are gone. Darn it. I love those purple gems too. I was having brain farts every 5 minutes in class today. Like I was stamping stuff and then I would turn it over to put like dimensionals on it and look at it and say, dang, I forgot to stamp it. And I'd stamp it again. And then I turn it over and I'm like, dang, I already stamped it. I'm like, I just got too much on my mind. I can't concentrate. I got like 5,000 lists in my head right now of what I need to do. But I did make a packing list, so that helped. All right, so there's our stamping. So I did put the words down first just to make sure I could kind of do my flowers around that. So I'm going to glue this down flat. And put that right in the bottom corner. Okay, so now we got to do some surgery on this. So, oops. So I'm just going to cut these leaves right here off after I get my glasses on because I can't see. All right, so here we go. We're just going to cut right up against that flower. And whoops. And cut this out. And I'm just going to trim this up just a little bit so it doesn't look like it's supposed to be funky like that. All right, then I'm just going to tuck these right here behind that. So now it will fit on here. So I'm going to put a little bit of tape. Where did I save that? It's right here. So you're just going to tape that right there behind those flowers. All right, and then it's going to fit perfect on here, except I'm going to trim this just a teeny weeny bit because it just overlaps the words just a little bit. All right, so we're gonna do some more dimensionals. I had to get it. I gave everybody a sheet of dimensionals in class because we used so many, but we had a good time. All right, let me put one more. There we go. All right, so I've got a ton on here, but this paper is kind of like, it's not cardstock, it's more like designer paper, so it's kind of thin. So you want to have a lot of dimensionals, or you could use some foam tape to give it support. Oh, I watched the best show yesterday. I binge watched it um, while I was making my packing list and doing some other stuff. It was called It's Not Like That. It's on Amazon. It was so good. It's a kind of a little romance show. And I don't know if any of you guys have blame- Lisa says she's blaming the upcoming full moon for her crazy brain farts today. I don't know what I'm just blaming it on. I have too much to do and I just can't keep all of it in my head. So, but anyway, this show, hey Sharon. Um it's about these two families that live across the street from each other. And in the one family, the dad's the pastor of the local church, and his wife dies. And so the neighbors across the street are like their best friends for like years and years and years. All their kids are like brothers and sisters. And after the wife dies, the husband of the other wife divorces her because he just kind of like has this um like midlife crisis or something. And so he's like, I just can't imagine, if my life ended tomorrow, I'd be stuck with her the rest of my life. And so we're going to use one big rhinestone and two little ones. So he divorces her, and that was her best friend. The wife that died was her best friend. And so she and the pastor, were already really good friends, but they kind of support each other and they start getting really close and everything. And so it's just about like it's been a year since the wife died and she got divorced, and it's like about their relationship, and it's so good. And there's no cussing, there's no like sex. It's like a Hallmark movie, but it's not so sappy. So it's really good. All right, so there's card 2. So that was pretty easy. So take a picture of that. Nobody's seen it? Yeah, Lovely Florals. Oh, the Lovely Florals paper and sticker sheets still is on last chance. Okay. Oh, yeah, the gems are gone. But this is not the paper and sticker sheet. This is the scrapbooking kit. But if you get the Lovely Florals paper and sticker will only have designer paper and one sticker sheet. This kit had the designer paper. It had 4 12 by 12 sheets of white. It had like 10 sheets of two-sided cardstock. And then it has a sheet of stickers and 2 sheets of die cuts. And then it has 2 sheets of like patterns that are rectangles that you could cut out, like we used on this card, that were all different designs. So it had way, way more stuff, and it was only $15. So this was like the deal of the century when I bought it. That's why I was telling you guys to get it. All right, card number 3. So we've got our 5.5 by 8.5 white. Our Berry Burst two-toned, so that's the one that's got the blackberry on the other side. And then our Blackberry Bliss Leaves piece, 4 by 2 3/4, one of the rectangle punches. And then you're gonna need this piece. This is the ribbon. This is on the last chance list too, or I hope it's not sold out yet, but it's basic beige. Here it is. Basic beige. It's 165216. Basic beige classic ribbon. It's one of my favorites, so I bought a ton of it. And also you need linen thread and the gems. So that's it for that one. Twyla, you girl, you just gave me a ton of money last time. You are so sweet. Thank you so much. I sent you something in the mail the other day. So you should be getting that probably in like a month or two. I'm just kidding. I'm just joking about the mail. But I did send it out last, let me see. I think I sent it out on Monday. Oh, Jalen says it was never $15 there in Canada. Well, it was $15 in the US. I'm not sure how much it was in Canada, but it was on the last chance list for $15. So, um, so Jalen, the one I have is a scrapbooking kit. So oh, here's the number, but it's sold out in the US and maybe they still have it in Canada. 166796. It's Lovely Florals Scrapbooking Workshop Kit. So 166796. So maybe it's available in other countries still, but in the US it's sold out. Um oh, it's still there. Cool. So you can still get it. That's good. Okay, so we're done with that. Whew, I need to turn the fan on. It is getting hot in here. It's getting hot in here. I was gonna say, so take off all your clothes. All right, so this one goes like right here. So it's about maybe 3/4 of an inch from this side and maybe an inch and a half from this side. I'm having a heat wave. Personal summer. And there we go. All right. So that's pretty straight. I do have a little bit of a hangover. Not a real hangover, but a paper hangover. Today class. So all the cards I had numbered, in the order we were going to do them. So like the first card, I'm like, okay, this is number one. And then then I get to the next card, I'm like, okay, now we're going to all do number two. I said, not literally, but we're going to do number two card. Uh, all right, so here we go. So this time we're going to do thank you instead of happy birthday, but you can use whatever words you want. We're going to do some surgery on these flowers. So here we go. We got thank you, and we're still doing the same flower and still using petunia pop. So here's my words. Oh, and also these words go over to the left so that you can trim this up just a tad because it didn't fit the first time and I had to redo it because the flowers were too big. So then we're going to take this one and get my scrap paper. Oh, I keep grabbing the wrong one. All right, so there's that. Oh, I forgot to pick out the one we're using. So this one is, hold on, let me pick it out. The sheets. Let's see. We're actually using a couple different ones on here. So we need, let's see. Nothing on this. Oh, yeah, we're using, not that one. Not that one. We're using this one. Was that one it? I think that is it. Yeah, it's upside down. No, that is right, the right way. Okay, so on the one that says life is lovely, we're using these. That's the right one. Yeah, that's it. All right, so we're using this one, and then we also need this one right here. So the one under Life is Lovely. And we're going to cut this piece up. See how it's all white? So we're going to cut all that out. All right, so both the ones we used were from the Life is Lovely sheet. So this one's going to stay the same, except I think did I trim it? Oh, and I didn't. I didn't. This one we're going to trim. You can either cut it with the cutter or freehand it, which is what I'm going to do. And I think mine's a little crooked. Okay, that's pretty straight. Yeah, that looks good. All right, so that's going to go up in the corner here. Are you guys who are doing the kit keeping up? Beige ribbon still in stock. Good. I love that beige ribbon. It's so pretty. I did cut that a little teeny bit crooked. Okay, so now this one we are going to cut into 3 pieces. So I'm putting my surgeon glasses on. So we're going to cut that off. And we're going to cut this off. And then we're just going to trim this up. So I'm just going to go closer in so there's not so much white stuff showing. And you don't have to do the trimming, but I think it looks a lot better with it trimmed up. I just don't like all the white. And the bottom part, you don't have to be too careful because a lot of that's going to go behind the other flower. So you just got to worry about the top part. But if you haven't watched that TV show on Amazon, it is so good. I highly recommend it. It's 8 episodes. It's like a series. And I'm pretty sure that's season 1 and they're going to have a season 2 because it leaves you hanging in the end. So they need a part 2, a season 2. Okay, so now what we're going to do is turn it over and put some tape around the edges. I'm not going to tape it down, but I'm going to tape these flowers to the back. So we're going to start with this big one. So that's going to go like here. Need more tape there. Okay, so just pop that one up. Then I took this one and kind of put it over here, kind of in front of that leaf a little bit. And then this one I had hanging off, between these. Like so. Okay, so now we got all these stuck. Then I took this linen thread and this. So I took this and put it right across from here to here. So like, let's see, kind of from the top here to, let's go this way. Oops. Okay, kind of like that. And then I'm going to trim it. Oh, these scissors are not very sharp. Oh, hold on. Let me get my sharp scissors. Okay. All right. So there we go with the piece of beige. So it's just kind of hanging out back there. And then we're going to take our linen thread and we're going to make some loops. Now, I tried doing like big giant loop and pinching it in the middle, but it seemed to waste a lot. So I just decided to do 2 loops on my fingers and then just do it that way. So I took this And I put one at the bottom. This was easier when I did it earlier. All right, we're gonna stick that there with some loops hanging off of here. And I think I'm gonna put a piece of um, tear tape down to hold that in place. All right, so we want the loops just kind of hanging off of here, and then this kind of like little tendrils, you know. Okay, so there you go. And then that's hanging like that. We're gonna trim this just a tad. Okay, so there's two loops, and then I want two more loops kind of up at the top. All right, so we want to put this one kind of, I don't know, let's do it over here instead. Although I kind of like it here with this ribbon. Let me see if I can just lift that up and do it. And put a little bit more sticky tape. So the back really looks like a hot mess, but that's okay. Oops. And then we want this to kind of come out the sides. All right. All right, we're going to put dimensionals on the back of all this, and then it's going to look pretty. Trust me. Trust me, honey. It's going to look good when we're done, even though it looks like a mess right now. Trust the process. I'm trying to read the comments real quick. You guys are talking about something. Somebody got hurt or something. Oh, Jody. Jody hurt herself. Okay, so put about 100 dimensionals on the back and then just peel them off. Without breaking your flower. We got it all pieced together. Okay, I think that is it. Here we go. All right, so we're going to put this down. What is that showing back there? Oh, my tape. We don't want the tape showing. Okay, there we go. All right, make sure you don't cover up your thank you. Okay, there we go. Now let's just trim this. Actually, let's bring it over here a bit. Trim these. Oh, I love it. Got a mess. Okay. All right, then we're going to stick some gems on here. And I used the purple ones again. So I just did 2 right there on the words. So here we go. There you go, right like that. If you want to put 3, you can, but I didn't put 3. But let's put one more right there on the center of the flower. Okay, so then we're going to spritz this. All right. I think I did better on the first ribbon, but that's okay. All right, so there's card number 2. I mean 3. Whoops, 3. Forgot. We're doing pretty good on time though. All right, so one more. So that was number 3. Here's number 4, and then we're going to do the other 4 on Saturday. So you need your base again, 5.5 by white, 5.5 by white, 5.5 by 8.5 white, 5 1/4 by 4 mossy meadow, two-toned, so the light side of that green. Our blackberry bliss, 4 by 2 3/4, a little square of berry burst two-toned, the lighter side. And again, that could be blackberry bliss. I don't know. And that's the card. And then we need, actually, I think we're using 3 different ones on here. So we need, oh, this is sticker. Okay, so we're going to use the sticker right here under Let's Make the Most of Today. So I'm going to get that one off. This is the one I stuck to my boob. So we're going to put that on my shirt so we don't lose it. And then I used another one that is a big one. I think, I want to say it's this one right here. No, that's not it. It's got oh, here it is. It's this one right here. Next to the Life is Lovely at the bottom. And we're going to do some surgery on this one too. You got to be really careful when you pull these die cuts out because they want to rip. All right, so we're using this one and this one. But this one's sticky, so I don't want to put it down. So I'm just going to hold it if you want to take a screenshot. And then we're going to cut that. Okay, everybody got it? All right, so we are going to keep that for later. For Saturday, I'm going to stick this back on my shirt. Okay, so there's our pieces. So this one has stamping on this. So we're going to stamp this piece right here. And I have no idea where this leaf is from. It's a recent stamp set because it was just on my table and I just used it and I couldn't remember what stamp set it went in, so it's still sitting on the table. So that's why I grabbed it. And we're using Mossy Meadow. So we're just going to stamp a few of these. It's only going to really show right here on the side, the right and the left side, so you don't have to stamp any in the middle. So I'm going to stamp just a few on there. All right, because this piece right here is going to cover that in the middle. And then you're also going to have this piece right here. No, it doesn't look like a square. I guess it is. 2 by 2. Okay, so that was Mossy Meadow. And then on the inside, I'm doing my pink flower again. So let's go ahead and do that. We did a pretty good time because this will be just about 8 o'clock when we finish the 4 cards. I think it would have taken probably 2 hours to do all 8 of them. So that's just too much time for one video. I don't know how some people do that because there are people that do videos for like a couple hours. All right. So that's the base. And then this goes right on here like so. And this glue is almost gone. All right. here we go. Now, if you don't have this kit and you want to make cards like this, you can use the paper that's in the Floral Charm or Lovely, is it Lovely Florals or Floral Charm? Yeah, it's Floral Charm, I think, pack of paper. And then the stamp set that went with it was Charming Day, I think. So that's where all these flowers are from. All right, now this piece right here just goes under here, and I think this is too big. It seems bigger than it was before, but I'm just gonna glue this right here and cut it off because it's too big. Or else I put this over too far. All right. So I'm just gonna trim that off. Okay. All right, then that goes on the card front. So if you don't have this leaf, just pick any little leaf that you have. But you do need that two-toned cardstock to get this light green color. Okay, so now we've got this piece right here, which we're going to take and we're going to cut it apart and put it around this flower. Okay, so you've got this part right here. So we want to cut some flowers there and there and there. So I'm just going to take this. Look at all the lint that came off of my shirt. All right, we're going to cut this apart. And this part right here gets kind of cut apart too. Oops. All right, so and if you have a scanning cut, that would make it a whole lot easier too. I don't know why they took the purple flowers they cut so there was no white edge, and the pink ones they didn't. All right, so this one is gonna go over here, right next to this part. That leaf right there. We're gonna do it like that. Okay, and then this part, we're gonna trim it. I have a funny joke tonight. That's I picked it because it's about a plane, airplane. There's actually two jokes I had that were about airplanes, but I couldn't find the other one. I've told them before, but it's been a long time. I save all my jokes so I can tell them uh, like a year later and you won't remember. Because I don't remember. No, I remember that I told them, but I don't remember the joke sometimes. And this part down here, you don't really need it. I'm going to cut part of that off. I think some of this is going to be stuck behind stuff. Okay. All right. So then this one is going to go up at the top, kind of like this. I think I put it behind that, but I'm going to do it in the front. I think I put this one down a little bit more on the other one. Let me see. Oh, it's stuck. I'll put it down a little bit more. Actually, let's just cut this off. Cut this leaf off. There we go. All right, and then I'm going to stick this leaf over here. Oops. Dang, my stomach just growled. Not sticky right there. Hold on. All right, then we got one more piece right here. Okay. And then this one I put down here like so. I think I cut this leaf off too. All right, so this one goes down there. And then I think I don't know if I use that leaf or not. We'll just put it up here with this one. Okay, so there we go. So now we've just butchered this one up, but look how pretty it came out. So then we're going to put dimensionals on the back of that along with some more of that linen thread. So we're going to take the linen thread and put some more tape on the back of this. All right, so we're going to make some loops and then stick it down. I'm going to do one up here. So much easier when the whole thing is sticky. Then they kind of come out better. Okay, so there's one. And do another set. And that one's going to go on the opposite side. So let me add a bit more tape. Ah! It's coming undone. This linen thread has a mind of its own. All right, so we're going to make let's do it this way. All right, make those little tails come out the side and then kind of offset this a little bit. Okay, so now we're going to put some dimensionals on the back. Here we go. I know, aren't these pretty? I love them. And I didn't see anybody that did this kit as cards. Um, I saw a lot of scrapbook stuff with it. But the first time I saw it, I was like, oh, I want to make some cards with that. Because I don't do scrapbooking. All right, so there we go. That should be enough. And then just carefully take all these off without messing anything up. It's so quiet. Usually there's some kind of noise or something going on, but it's like dead quiet, except for my stomach growling. Okay. So there we go. We're going to just put this on here. And, oh, you know what? I forgot the words on the inside. I didn't stamp the inside. I stamped the flowers, but I didn't stamp the words. So the words are actually on the inside of this one. Got my linen thread twisted up. Hold on. Let me pull it out that side. Okay. Okay. So there we go. And let me just stamp the words in the inside real quick. All right. So I used this one for the words on the inside, but I totally forgot to do it. Okay. So it's thank you for being there for me. Thank you for being there for me. All right, and that was also in the petunia. Okay, so now we just need some rhinestones for this one. And I think I did a big one. Oh, I just used little ones. I think I'm gonna put a big one here, right in the middle, and then some little ones. Okay, so then let's spritz that real quick and we'll be done. There we go. All right. So we are done with that card. So that's card 4. And then I'll bring them all back if you want to take a picture of all of them again. All right. There's those. This was card 3. And this was card 2. And this was card 1. So there you go. So those are all the cards we did today. I love them. I hope you guys liked them. And if you are doing them with me, I hope you guys, I didn't go too fast for you. I know it's going to go on a little bit fast, but hopefully you got it. I know there was a couple of you, Wendy and Kay. Wendy said, "I'm exhausted. You're so fast." Well, if you missed some, you can always go back and just rewatch it. But I didn't want to go too slow. But the hardest part is just cutting up these flowers and putting them together because I like them better when they're all like little pieces of each stuff. All right, so that's it. And then we've got a joke. So don't leave yet. We still have the joke. So hold on, let me pull that up. Okay. Here we go. So we're on a plane ride. And okay, shortly after a British Airways flight had reached its cruising altitude, the captain announced, "Ladies and gentlemen, this is your captain speaking. Welcome to flight 293 nonstop from London Heathrow to New York. The weather ahead is good, so we should have an uneventful flight. So sit back, relax, and oh my God!" Silence followed, complete silence. Some moments later, the captain came back on the intercom. "Ladies and gentlemen, I'm sorry if I scared you. While I was talking to you, a flight attendant accidentally spilled coffee in my lap. You should see the front of my pants." From the back of the plane, an Irish passenger yelled, "For the love of Jesus, you should see the back of mine." I can't say that with the Irish accent very well, but I thought that was really funny. Hopefully nothing like that happens on my flight. Nothing, I hope nothing eventful happens on my flight. I hope we get there like twice as fast as we're supposed to too. Because I was just looking at the flight and I'm like, dang, it's so much longer than I thought it was. Because I'm like, we leave here at 6:55 and we get to Seattle at 12:45. I'm like, oh, that's good. And we're stopping in Chicago on the way at Midway. And I'm like, oh, that's pretty good. But I forgot there's a 3-hour time difference. So, oh, let me get these off and get some cards to give away. So it's really like, I think 2 hours to Chicago and then 4.5 from Chicago to um, Seattle. So it's a little bit of a longer trip. All right, Mario must be on vacation because I haven't seen him the last few days. So I think he's the only one that hasn't claimed one. All right, I'm gonna do 4 today. So there's 4. Okay, here we go. All right, first winner is Margaret Burkett. Margaret Burkett. Next winner is Michelle Roulard. Michelle Roulard. Next winner is, oh, Rita, you got your card. Good. You're so welcome. Terry Gatton, or I think that's how you say it. Terry Gatton. And the last winner for today is Stamping at Studio C. I don't know who that is, but somebody in the comments. All right, you guys. So here's my email. If you won, make sure you send me your address. And I don't know if I'm going to give it away any Saturday because I won't be able to mail them until I get back. So, so hopefully, claim yours now because last time I can mail these out is Saturday because I'm leaving Sunday. And then here's the addresses for cards and prayers if you want that. And then here's my address if you want to send me a card. I would love it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And don't forget to do thumbs up, like, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff for me. And I'll see you back on Saturday morning at 10 a.m. Eastern time for the other 4 cards. Take Saturday off. Oh, I was thinking about taking Saturday off, but then I want to do part 2 of this and not make you guys wait till I get back unless you don't care. I don't know. If you guys don't care, then I just might take off Saturday. I don't know. What do you guys think? Because I won't be doing a video for like a week and a half. I kind of need to do Saturday because if I don't, then I think my viewership goes way, way down and then it like it screws it up. Then it gets out of the algorithm, for watchers. Because as long as you have so many people watching, they keep sending it out to people. But if your viewership goes down, then they don't keep putting it like on people's thing. So I don't know. I think I'm gonna do it Saturday just because I won't be doing one for I'll be missing Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. Yeah, I'll be missing 3 videos while I'm gone. So I don't know. Really? You guys think I should take Saturday off? Okay. Well, maybe I will. I'll see. If I get like a lot of stuff done and I'm okay, I'll be here Saturday. But if not, if I'm not here, that's why. Then I'm just taking Saturday off so I can pack. All right, you guys take care. If I don't see you Saturday, someone should come on for you and we should. I know. I don't think I'll have Wi Fi. I'm not buying the Wi Fi package on the ship. So I'm not going to have Wi Fi while I'm gone. Or I would do a video from Alaska, but I don't think I'll have internet. All right, you guys take care and I'll see you soon. Bye bye.